Rolex might rule the headlines, but it doesn't rule the horology world. And 2025 is proving it. From stealthy masterpieces born in Japan to mechanical legends that once touched the moon, these 10 watches don't just rival Rolex, they outclass it in craftsmanship, precision, and availability. Number 10. The Tudor Black Bay 58. Tudor's rise from Rolex's shadow has been one of the most fascinating stories in modern watchmaking, and the Black Bay 58 is the perfect example of why. Inspired by the brand's original 1958 dive watch, this model channels the spirit of vintage exploration with proportions that feel authentic yet timeless. Measuring 39 millimeters across and noticeably slimmer than a modern Submariner, it delivers the same rugged charm, but in a more refined and wearable size. The domed sapphire crystal, signature snowflake hands, and gilt accents give it an understated warmth that feels more personal than flashy. Offered in multiple styles, from the classic black dial with gold detailing to the sleek navy blue and even bronze or sterling silver versions, the Black Bay 58 isn't trying to compete with Rolex, it's confidently standing beside it. Under the hood beats Tudor's in-house MT-5402 caliber, providing 70 hours of power reserve and COSC-certified precision, the kind of performance once reserved for much pricier watches. At around $4,000, the Black Bay 58 costs less than half of what a Rolex Submariner retails for. And unlike the Submariner, you can actually walk into a boutique and buy one. That accessibility has made it a favorite among both new collectors and seasoned enthusiasts tired of waitlists and inflated resale prices. Collectors often describe the BB58 as the Submariner reborn, a diver's watch that remembers what made the original great before luxury marketing took over. It's mechanical craftsmanship without the pretense, vintage charm without compromise, and value that feels almost rebellious in today's watch market. In 2025, the Tudor Black Bay 58 isn't chasing prestige. It's defining its own legacy, one that honors Rolex's roots while carving a future all its own. Number 9. The Grand Seiko Snowflake Spring Drive. If Rolex symbolizes Swiss prestige, Grand Seiko captures the essence of Japanese precision and artistry. And nowhere is that more evident than in the Grand Seiko Snowflake. Its dial is legendary, a textured white surface inspired by the quiet snowdrifts surrounding the Shinshu watch studio in Japan, where each piece is handcrafted. Under certain light, the dial shimmers like freshly fallen snow, giving every watch a unique identity. No two are ever exactly the same, a detail that collectors find irresistible. Powering the Snowflake is the Spring Drive Caliber 9R65, a remarkable fusion of mechanical and quartz technology. It delivers accuracy within plus or minus 1 second per day, far beyond what most mechanical watches can achieve. The sweeping motion of its second hand is hypnotically smooth, completely different from the ticking rhythm of Swiss chronometers. Even Rolex enthusiasts often admit that this detail alone makes the Snowflake unforgettable. Its titanium case gives it a weightless feel, making it about 30% lighter than stainless steel. Yet it's finished with Grand Seiko's signature Zaratsu polishing, a hand-applied technique that achieves a mirror-like reflection without distortion. Every edge, surface, and bevel gleams with a precision that challenges watches costing twice as much. Priced at around $6,200, the Snowflake goes head-to-head with the Rolex Oyster Perpetual and Explorer, two models notorious for waitlists and inflated resale prices. The difference? The Grand Seiko is available, attainable, and arguably more personal. Owners often describe it as the thinking collector's watch, one chosen for craftsmanship over status. In 2025, the Snowflake stands as proof that luxury doesn't have to shout. It can whisper, with the quiet glide of a second hand, the subtle glint of snow-textured perfection, and the confidence of knowing true artistry lives beyond Switzerland. Number 8. The Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch. Few timepieces carry a legacy as enduring as the Omega Speedmaster. Its reputation was sealed on July 20, 1969, when Buzz Aldrin stepped onto the lunar surface wearing one, making it the first watch ever worn on the moon. That single moment turned the Speedmaster from a precision chronograph into a global icon of exploration and engineering. More than half a century later, the watch continues to evolve without losing its original identity. The 2025 Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch features the coaxial master chronometer caliber 3861, a movement that represents the pinnacle of modern horology. Certified by both COSC and MEDAS, it delivers magnetic resistance up to 15,000 Gauss, a level that protects it from everyday electromagnetic exposure. The chronograph feels crisp, the winding buttery smooth, and the timekeeping almost unnervingly precise. Staying true to its heritage, the case still measures 42 millimeters, offered with either a Hesalite crystal for traditionalists or a sapphire crystal for those who prefer durability and clarity. In 2025, the Speedmaster's versatility stands out. Buyers can choose between a stainless steel bracelet, a leather strap, or a NATO band, with retail prices beginning at around $6,600. Unlike the Rolex Daytona, which often trades for 2 to 3 times its retail price in the secondary market, the Speedmaster remains accessible. You can still find one in an Omega boutique without a waiting list or inflated markup. Collectors frequently call it the most complete watch ever made, one that balances history, technology, and everyday wearability. For many, it's not a status symbol. It's a story on the wrist. In 2025, as luxury buyers grow weary of hype-driven scarcity, the Omega Speedmaster is proving that timeless engineering and genuine legacy are what truly hold value. Number 7. Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Ultra Thin. When it comes to refined dress watches, the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Ultra Thin Ref Q123840 delivers the kind of quiet sophistication that even Rolex's iconic Datejust struggles to match. While the Datejust has enjoyed over 75 years of global fame since its debut in 1945, Jaeger-LeCoultre takes a more understated approach, favoring precision, elegance, and proportions that speak to true watchmaking restraint rather than flash. The Master Ultra Thin lives up to its name with a remarkably slim 7.8mm case, significantly thinner than the 11mm profile of comparable Rolex models. The stainless steel case measures 39 millimeters across, balanced by 21 millimeters lugs that give it a perfectly modern yet timeless stance on the wrist. Its design language is simplicity at its finest. A smooth bezel, a sunburst silver dial, and a perfectly positioned date window at 6 o'clock, a detail that subtly differentiates it from the Datejust's more predictable layout. Powering the watch is Jaeger-LeCoultre's in-house Caliber 899 automatic movement, a beautifully engineered engine with 38 hours of power reserve and proven reliability. Water resistance is rated to 50 meters, giving it everyday practicality without sacrificing its dressy charm. The watch is paired with a sleek alligator leather strap and a double folding buckle, ensuring both comfort and elegance. At an approximate price of $7,000, the Master Ultra Thin offers a level of craftsmanship and finesse typically reserved for far pricier pieces. It doesn't need a fluted bezel or a magnified date to make a statement. The appeal lies in its restraint. Many collectors call it the watchmaker's dress watch, a nod to Jaeger-LeCoultre's reputation as the watchmaker's watchmaker, a brand that quietly builds timepieces that often outperform Rolex where it matters most: precision, proportion, and pure horological artistry. Number 6. The Cartier Santos. The Cartier Santos is one of those rare timepieces that blends history, innovation, and timeless design into something truly special. Born in 1904, it was created for the pioneering aviator Alberto Santos Dumont, making it one of the first wristwatches ever designed. That simple act, strapping a watch to a pilot's wrist, changed horology forever. The Santos's square case, exposed screws, and Art Deco lines made it instantly recognizable and set a design trend that still feels fresh more than a century later. By 2025, the Santos has evolved into a full-fledged collection, offering everything from stainless steel to two-tone and solid gold versions. The medium-sized steel model, priced at around $7,500, has become a standout favorite. It's elegant without being flashy, and its quick-change bracelet system means it can effortlessly shift from leather strap to metal bracelet, something even Rolex can't match in convenience. This flexibility has made the Santos a perfect choice for those who want luxury without limits. Collectors often praise its ability to fit any setting, equally at home under a tailored suit or paired with a t-shirt and jeans. That kind of versatility is rare in the world of luxury watches, where most models fall firmly into either dress or sports categories. But the Santos bridges that gap with ease. More than a timepiece, it's a piece of living history, carrying the same design DNA that once graced the wrist of one of aviation's earliest icons. In an era dominated by round sports watches and long waiting lists, the Cartier Santos stands out as an accessible icon, a symbol of refined taste and quiet confidence that outshines trends and transcends time. Number 5. The Breitling Navitimer. Few chronographs carry the same legendary weight as the Breitling Navitimer, and in 2025, it remains one of the most instantly recognizable watches in the world. Born in the 1950s for professional pilots, it was never just a timepiece. It was a cockpit tool. The distinctive slide rule bezel let aviators calculate fuel consumption, flight times, and speed directly on their wrist. Even today, that functional design remains iconic, a symbol of precision and purpose that still feels relevant in the modern age of aviation-inspired luxury. The current Navitimer lineup blends heritage with versatility. Offered in 41, 43, and 46mm cases, it features a stunning range of dials in deep blue, emerald green, jet black, and copper finishes, each radiating a vintage charm with contemporary polish. Powering the watch is Breitling's in-house B01 chronograph movement, delivering 70 hours of power reserve, column wheel architecture, and remarkable accuracy that meets the standards of serious horology. Retail pricing begins at around $9,200, positioning it firmly against the Rolex Daytona. Yet, unlike the Daytona, where waitlists can stretch into years, the Navitimer is available without the chase or the inflated resale prices. Collectors value that transparency as much as its engineering. What makes the Navitimer so enduring is how it bridges eras. A tool born for pilots, now reimagined for modern collectors. It carries the same DNA of exploration that once guided aircraft through open skies, but with the refinement expected from a luxury chronograph in 2025. For those who admire the Daytona's prestige but want something with deeper aviation roots and authentic mechanical character, the Navitimer remains the bold alternative. A watch that doesn't follow trends, it defines its own flight path. Number 4. The Zenith Chronomaster Sport. Among watch enthusiasts, Zenith holds a kind of quiet prestige, a brand that may not shout like Rolex, but earns deep respect where it matters most, inside the movement. The Chronomaster Sport is the perfect example of that mastery. A chronograph that doesn't just compete with the Rolex Daytona, it challenges it on technical grounds. At its heart beats the legendary El Primero caliber, the world's first high-frequency automatic chronograph capable of measuring time to 1/10 of a second. It's a level of precision few luxury watches can even approach, and one that firmly cements Zenith's reputation as a watchmaker's watchmaker. The design language is instantly captivating. The 41mm case feels refined yet substantial, while the tricolor subdials, a nod to Zenith's vintage racing heritage, bring unmistakable personality. A polished ceramic bezel frames the dial, giving the watch a sharp, modern edge without losing its classic soul. Many call it the Daytona with more brains, because beneath its surface lies true horological innovation, not marketing gloss. Retailing for around $10,000, the Chronomaster Sport sits squarely in Daytona territory. Yet the ownership experience is entirely different. There's no endless waiting list, no gray market markups, and no inflated resale drama. You can walk into a boutique and actually buy one, something that feels almost radical in today's watch world. Collectors often describe the Chronomaster Sport as a chronograph for purists, those who value engineering over hype and innovation over scarcity. It's a watch that tells more than time. It tells a story of mechanical excellence born from a brand that once powered legends and continues to do so. In 2025, as the Daytona remains elusive, the Zenith Chronomaster Sport quietly stands as the smarter, popular, sharper alternative, the chronograph for those who truly understand watches. Number 3. Blancpain 50 Fathoms Automatique. The Blancpain 50 Fathoms Automatique stands as a quiet powerhouse in the world of luxury dive watches, a piece that competes directly with the iconic Rolex Submariner, yet carries a different kind of prestige. While the Submariner dominates headlines as a status symbol, the 50 Fathoms commands respect among true horology enthusiasts. Its story dates back to 1953, when Blancpain introduced one of the first purpose-built dive watches in history, setting a standard that would influence every diver that followed, including Rolex. The modern 50 Fathoms automatique keeps that pioneering spirit alive with specifications that easily rival its famed competitor. The stainless steel case measures 45 millimeters across and 15.5 millimeters thick, giving it a bold, confident presence on the wrist. Its unidirectional sapphire bezel and 300-meter water resistance make it every bit the professional diver's tool, while the refined craftsmanship and finishing elevate it to luxury status. At its core beats Blancpain's in-house caliber 1315 automatic movement, a mechanical marvel delivering an extraordinary 120-hour power reserve, a full 2 days longer than the Submariner's 70-hour reserve. That difference underscores Blancpain's emphasis on endurance and precision. Retailing at around $18,100, the 50 Fathoms sits higher on the price ladder than the Rolex Submariner Ref 1266 Neo, which lists for about $10,250. Yet, on the open market, the story flips. While Rolex often commands inflated resale values above $15,000, the Blancpain typically changes hands between $10,000 and $15,000, offering collectors a rare blend of value and prestige. More than a diver's watch, the 50 Fathoms embodies a legacy of exploration, engineering, and quiet confidence. It's the choice for those who seek authenticity over hype, a timeless design that whispers excellence rather than shouting status. Number 2. Patek Philippe Calatrava. Few names in watchmaking evoke prestige like Patek Philippe, and the Calatrava Ref 61190R perfectly captures why. While Rolex's Oyster Perpetual is admired for its simplicity and everyday versatility, the Calatrava turns that idea into something far more refined, a masterpiece in rose gold that feels more heirloom than accessory. Introduced as a fresh take on Patek's timeless dress watch, the 61199R blends vintage cues with modern proportions, creating an aura of understated sophistication that few timepieces can match. Crafted from 18K rose gold, the watch measures 39 millimeters across and only 8.8 millimeters thick, giving it a slim, elegant profile that slips easily under a cuff. Its defining feature, the hobnail pattern bezel, known as Clou de Paris, adds texture and light play, a subtle nod to classic Patek design codes. The dial itself is minimalist perfection, with finely printed markers, Dauphine hands, and a small second subdial that adds a hint of animation without clutter. Inside beats the caliber 30 to 255 PS, a manually wound movement with twin barrels delivering a 65-hour power reserve. Every component is finished to an obsessive degree, from polished anglage to Geneva striping, details visible through the sapphire caseback. Water resistance sits at 30 meters, but this is a timepiece meant for dinner tables, not diving boards. Retailing at approximately $30,000, the Calatrava 6119R costs roughly triple the price of Rolex's entry-level models, yet it occupies a different world altogether. Where the Oyster Perpetual represents reliable luxury, the Calatrava symbolizes legacy, a connection to the highest traditions of Swiss craftsmanship. For many collectors, this isn't a watch bought to impress others. It's one kept for a lifetime, then passed down, embodying the quiet power of refinement that Rolex can't quite reach. Number 1. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Chronograph. Few watches command instant recognition like the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Chronograph, a timepiece that doesn't merely compete with Rolex's Daytona. It redefines what a luxury chronograph can be. Where Rolex leans on precision and prestige, Audemars Piguet delivers craftsmanship that borders on sculpture. The Royal Oak, born from Gérald Genta's iconic 1972 design, remains one of the most daring creations in horology, an audacious blend of angular geometry, brushed steel, and mechanical mastery. This reference stands out with its 41mm stainless steel case, measuring 12.4 millimeters thick, and capped with the unmistakable octagonal bezel, complete with visible screws. The bracelet, integrated seamlessly into the case, gives it that unmistakable Royal Oak flow, sleek, industrial, and perfectly balanced. Its textured Grand Tapisserie waffle pattern dial adds depth and dimension, creating a play of light that never grows old. Beneath that artful surface beats the Caliber 4401 automatic movement, a self-winding engine with a 70-hour power reserve and a flyback chronograph, a feature allowing the timing hand to reset and restart with a single press, something even the Daytona lacks. Despite its rugged look, the Royal Oak isn't built for deep diving. It offers 50 meters of water resistance, just enough for everyday wear. Retailing at approximately $64,000, it sits firmly in haute horlogerie territory, a segment where design, finishing, and exclusivity matter as much as precision. Unlike the Daytona, perpetually trapped in waiting lists and inflated resale markets, the Royal Oak wears its rarity differently. It's a mark of refined taste rather than mass market status. In the hierarchy of chronographs, this watch isn't chasing Rolex. It's operating in an entirely different league. A piece of mechanical art for those who value individuality over conformity and craftsmanship over celebrity.